So I was planning to make another video today that I was actually going to release tomorrow, but I've been sidetracked. Alex Debrincat has been traded to the Ottawa Senators. And my initial reaction is that I don't love Alex Debrincat being traded because he is one of my favorite players. He is a fan favorite in Chicago, so it's going to be tough to move on from him. But it is required. They need to move on from him. They need to get some value for him, and his value is not going to get any higher. And I'll kind of talk about that later about how I feel about the return they get for him. But this sucks. It sucks seeing Alex Debrincat go. It sucks seeing a rebuild start, but they needed to do this trade. So the full trade is that Alex Debrincat is heading to Ottawa, and in return, the Blackhawks are receiving the 7th pick and the 39th pick, both in this year's draft, and a 2024 third-round pick. This is bad. This is a bad return for the Blackhawks. First of all, Alex Debrincat just came off of the best season of his career. His value is not going to be any higher. And I think ultimately, I don't even think he's reached his potential yet. I think he has the potential to be to be in the top of the league when it comes to points in a season. I think there's so much potential here that he still has to fulfill. So I don't like this at all for the Blackhawks initially. Looking at this doesn't look good. The 7th pick, I guess, there's something there. At least you trade back into the first round, which I think they need to do, despite the fact that it's a weak draft. I think they needed to get back into the first round. They needed to get some sort of prospect influx in here because their prospects are not good right now. But I think there had to have been better options out there. I don't know why they chose this deal in particular. There had to have been some teams out there that were willing to give up much more for Alex Debrincat than this. And the weird thing is, you got 2 first-round picks for Brandon Hagel, and you also got Taylor Radish and Boris Tkachuk, who are both second-round picks. Basically meaning you got more value for Brandon Hagel than you did Alex Debrincat. Brandon Hagel's a good player. He is a very good player, but Alex Debrincat is on another level but he's on another level of Brandon Hagel. I don't understand this return. Why did they want 1 first-round pick for a guy who just came off of a career year? It just doesn't make sense to me. I think the Blackhawks 100% lost this trade. Looking at this trade for Ottawa, I think it does look very good for them because they already have a very good prospect pool. So I think they'll be able to recoup their losses of draft picks pretty quickly. I still think they're about a year out from truly competing. I mean, they have guys like Brady Tkachuk, Tim Stützle, Josh Norris, who compete, who are ready to win now. But I still think they're about a year out. I don't think they have consistent goaltending yet. I don't know really how good of a trade this is for them. I guess we'll see. But I mean, they're getting a player who's going to help them win now. So I guess we'll see how this turns out in about a year now. And let's keep in mind as well, the NHL draft is tonight. We're going to see the Blackhawks use the 7th overall pick tonight. And I wouldn't be shocked if this is not the last trade we see. I mean, there's been rumors Kirby Dach has been shopped. Patrick Kane's most likely being shopped. Jonathan Toews. There is guys on this team who have significant value. And Kyle Davidson's going to make sure he gets the most out of those players when it comes to trade returns. But this is not a good trade, personally. I feel like this trade just falls completely short for Chicago. I guess we'll see who they end up drafting, but right now I don't like this trade for them.